The sandwich is the ultimate versatile meal, a dish typically consisting of meat, cheese, or vegetables, often a combination of all these things between slices of bread. The beauty of a sandwich is that the bread serves as a delivery vessel for almost any type of food, allowing your imagination to be the only limitation of what a sandwich can be. In America alone, we have a multitude of iconic sandwiches that are just as different as Jamie Oliver and Gordon Ramsay. And today on Pro Chef Reacts, we watch FutureCanoe make 7 of these iconic sandwiches with his Ligma fork while he keeps waiting for his dad to come back with the milk. As the owner of my very own sandwich shop, Mission Sandwich Social, will I be judging FutureCanoe? You bet your ass I will. Before I go on with today's episode, I do want to give a special shout out to my amazing patron, Adam Garcia. Thank you so much for your support. And with that said, on to the reaction. Let's dive right in. We're going to watch, I made 7 iconic American sandwiches.
You did?
No, not me, but somebody that we like. We're a fan of this guy.
The most famous sandwich in the world is probably the idiot sandwich.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
And then in 2021, Gordon made himself one. I saw a couple weeks ago, Joshua Wiseman did a sandwich tour all over the country. And since then, every night I think about him. I mean his food. I don't have that type of budget, so today we'll try to make some of these.
Wait, why was there a scene of Wiseman working out?
Because you have to keep up with him because he was like joke after joke after joke.
I know, it was too much.
He said after he saw Joshua Wiseman's video, he can't stop thinking about him. Showed him shirtless, and he's like, I mean, his food.
Iconic American sandwiches.
Good, that was
all
good.
the recipes I'm using are the most.
You had to explain it to me. That's
because
sad.
as
Oh
always,
no.
more views means better quality.
Okay, peanut
Wait,
butter
we
and
did a
milk.
PB&J.
We did a PB&J. Yes, we did.
And it was great.
Yes, we go to the.
It was thick.
It was thick. It was a thick.
It was a thick.
A little thick.
A little thick.
We made the bread from scratch,
was a
the
little
jelly
thick.
from scratch. Go to the channel, the playlist.
We could have cut the slices a little thick.
Yeah,
But we didn't.
But we also were a little drunk.
Oh yeah.
A little drunk.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There was a playlist of cooking videos, and Frenchy and I made a PB&J. That's right. 2 professional New York City chefs make a PB&J video.
It was good.
It was good.
The first recipe has got to be the PB&J. There's nothing more American than extremely unbalanced dessert for lunch. I didn't even get PB&J for high school. I was always given a tuna wrap. That's why nobody wanted to sit with me. But the real catch of this recipe is that I'm making homemade jam with a pound.
I mean, he's writing all of this. This is from his mind, right?
Yeah.
Because it's so unique to his the
style,
monotone, his
right.
style. Man.
This guy's
Yeah.
Hey, hear me out.
He's putting us to shame, I can tell you that.
100%. This guy doesn't even own a restaurant or anything, and he's fucking just crushing it.
Thank God we have side gigs.
I know. I think this kid's a national treasure.
Pound of strawberries and 12 ounces of
He's
sugar.
from New York,
and a splash
too.
of vinegar because I don't have lemon. We're gonna first let the sugar sit with the fruit in the pan.
He said splash of vinegar because he doesn't have lemon.
Oh, lemon. Okay, I was gonna say, why didn't he use lemon? Okay,
Right.
Sorry.
But it's well known that he's worked in professional kitchens before, and that's a good substitute. They're both acids. I think it's fair to say you and I.
And there's some fruity vinegars.
Yeah. It's fair to say you and I would, and many people would.
You're
prefer,
a fruity vinegar on your period. Oh, I made that up.
Speaking of period, don't buy a bottle of gochujang.
À l'orange.
Gochujang.
À l'orange.
Gochujang.
À l'orange.
Link in the description below.
Oh, what a great! That was the best segue
That's
ever.
amazing. High five.
And for about 8 minutes, this process is called
was the good.
macerate. And then we'll put it on the stove on medium
Maceration.
to let it reduce to a syrup.
You literally don't even.
I don't have a
just let it.
masher because I don't believe
low
in
heat.
single purpose.
Oh, why is it catching on the bottom?
It's a lot of sugar. That's a lot of sugar.
This kitchen
a little
tool. Plus, I
caramel
have the
won't-
best
won't hurt
masher of all time, the Ligma fork. You might have noticed that you've been seeing it less
Ligma fork.
lately. That's because I think it's breaking. But once it's spitting out white bubbles on top, it's done, and we'll pour it into a mason jar.
Oh no.
We'll set it aside and let it
Whoa!
cool.
Alright,
I've never
alright.
made peanut butter, but I assume it's just blended up.
excuse me. I mean, he basically made preserves. Jelly is basically no fruit bits, whereas preserves will have the fruit bits. And that's the simplest way to make fruit preserves. You're just cooking it down with sugar, a little bit of salt, a little bit of acid.
Yeah, instead of throwing all that fruit out,
yeah,
make jam.
Oh yeah, I do it all the time. All the time.
Be surprised. I put everything in it.
Oh,
what?
Your chef downstairs.
Oh yeah,
Chef Eric.
Chef Eric.
Chef Eric. He the other day made us a special dessert.
The pavlova.
And the pavlova, which is going to be for Mother's Day. And he happened to have some extra grapes lying around. And rather than let them go bad, he made
I have a container of these planters. So I'm just pouring into a food processor. And to make the nuts more plentiful, I'm gonna add a fistful of hazelnut and a squeeze of honey. I'll teach you two methods of buttering your nut. The first one is aggressively pulsing back and forth. I named it beating
what
to the
that
beat.
does
The
is the weight
method
brings
is
the,
when you
the,
tilt
big,
it a
the
little
big
bit,
bits
the
back down.
centripetal force of the blade is gonna swing itself back and forth. I call it the motion of the ocean. I prefer this method because you do less work. And it's pretty bad at any point it gets dry. So you gotta oil it up. Also maple
If this car's a rockin', don't come a knockin'.
can enhance the experience as well. Something doesn't look right here. Why
Beautiful.
is it so granular like that?
Well, it's going to be granular because he's doing it in a Robocoup. One way he could have reduced the granules. To me, that looks great. I love chunky peanut butter. But one way
Yeah, the colors looks off. It's the lighting, right?
I think it's the camera. It's the lighting. So one thing he could have done is actually heated up the nuts. That would have helped the nuts release.
Heated up the nuts? Heat up the nuts.
Heat up, yeah, shit. Heat up the nuts.
Dummy. You dummy.
I'm the dumb. I'm the dumb. Don't buy the GOCHUJANG.
À l'orange.
GOCHUJAng.
À l'orange.
2 times 1 video. Good job. High five. Okay, so when you heat up nuts.
I'm heating up my nuts right now.
When you heat up the nuts.
They're heated up and stuck to this chair.
Frenchie has no pants on right
no
now.
pants.
No pants. When you heat up the nuts, let me get through this. When you heat up the nuts and you put them in a food processor.
That's going to be my next podcast, the No Pants podcast.
The No Pants podcast?
No pants.
Should I just take off my
and
pants
everybody,
right now?
everybody had to come with no pants on. It doesn't
Leave
matter.
your pants at the door.
Leave your pants at the door.
I still haven't gotten through this sentence. When you heat up nuts,
yeah,
and you put
still
it
doesn't sound right.
When you put it through a food processor, it'll help extract the natural oil easier, thus giving you a smoother product. But unless you have some really high-powered industrial equipment, you're not going to get it ultra smooth at home unless he passes it through.
You're thinking of every word now because you fucked up the pronunciation.
I
could tell when you're like, okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I'm thinking every word I say now.
Every word before it comes out of my mouth. You take this chunky peanut butter and you put it through a sift or a chinois or something to separate the chunks, and that is a pain in the dick. And I wouldn't do it, but I'm lazy. Frenchie's lazy.
Maybe because my food processor is not powerful. I guess we just have to deal with it. Kind of looks like slushy. Now we got the two most important components.
Yeah, Frenchie, you're right. There's no redeeming that. Our boy FutureCanoe doesn't hide his mistakes, though, but still that stresses me out. And fortunately, I can get through that stress with Five's new quick hits, fast-acting cannabis edibles, the sponsor of today's video. Five has taken their delicious gummies, infused them with strain-specific terpene blends, and engineered them to hit in less than 10 minutes. Faster, smarter, designed for those who care about what they consume. That's right, your favorite high-quality dispensary-grade 5 edible gummies now kick in 10 minutes, delivered legally straight to your door, and it doesn't hurt. They're pretty freaking delicious. I've stopped smoking and vaping of any kind for over 10 years now, as I don't like what it does to my lungs. I also don't like the odors, and fortunately with gummy edibles, I don't have to deal with any of that, but I get all the benefits. And since Five's quick hits hit in 10 minutes or less, there's a lot less of a guessing game, a lot more relaxing with a leading trusted brand. 5 is giving my viewers 25% off when you use my link and code in the description below. Plus, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. You must be 21 to use or purchase this product.
It's homemade. Let's start assembling it. We got the unevenly sliced brioche. I heard that the best ones have peanut butter on both sides and jam stuffed in the middle. So for the second piece of bread, I'm gonna use my roommate's peanut butter. I don't think he'll notice. Okay, it's a new jar, so he'll definitely notice. But I'm gonna just use a little bit since I'm already committed. Oh, that's the good stuff. It spreads so much better than the stuff I just made. Now I'll teach you a smart trick to use your roommate's stuff in secret.
You're right. It does look
Did you
off.
fill up his with your shit?
Wait, what did he
He's
say?
gonna put his in to fill up the whole video.
So just take a little bit of the granular peanut slushy thing and put it into the jar. Press it down a little bit and close the lid with the paper on top.
Oh my god.
Now it seems like an appropriate time to play that trending TikTok sound.
Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know. How would they know?
I think I sealed the mason jar too early.
Is that in ether?
Pretty
Can
hard
everybody
to
use
open.
that?
I don't want to get sticky, so I'm gonna
great.
try my best to not get the jam everywhere. Well, that was pretty easy. That just looks so much better than the store-bought ones. Can't say the same thing about the peanut butter though. Just close it together. I'm gonna rub it a little bit so the jam gets into the corners, and you have to toast it for it to be good. My butter seems to have some type of toxic waste on it.
Oh, that's cross-contamination.
It's not nearly as bad as any cross-contamination that Cookie and Jack does, so we'll let this pass.
We were not speaking his name. This is twice now.
He's like Voldemort.
in the last 2 episodes you brought him up.
I know, I have. You don't like
Let's
this.
put a little pressure on it. Okay, it ain't ready. I just
Whoa.
realized the
Not too
sound
much.
travels slower than the speed of light with this camera. You see what I'm talking about? It's kind of delayed. Let's do a showcase of the cross section, looking super gourmet. Besides the bread, I made everything
It'll be
else.
good.
We'll make
That's
our own bread
great.
a little later.
His bread's
Let's
cut
give it a
thick,
taste
too.
and rate it 1 through 10.
Oh, he's biting through both
It
of them?
tastes like a fancy Uncrustable,
Okay, I like
which
that.
is my favorite snack. Super loaded. I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10.
What's his name? Loves.
Oh, we did a grilled cheese video.
We did a grilled cheese.
We
too.
did a look in that playlist. We did a grilled cheese video. That was
Bert
inspired by.
Kreischer loves Uncrustables.
Oh yeah,
He eats them frozen.
it's a good idea. I have a few Uncrustables at home.
Right now?
Yeah, at
Here?
home. No, not here. I can bring you some. I boiled eggs here.
The next category is grilled cheese. And of course, the most viewed grilled cheese recipe on the internet is by Chef Tyler. As soon as you see this thumbnail, you think to yourself, I have got to try
I
it.
present to you the world's thickest grilled cheese sandwich. Would you look at that?
I would, and I can't stop looking at it. That's the only type of cheese pull that
I
we
get
allow
it.
on this
I
channel.
get
If
it.
only Michelangelo was as talented as Chef Tyler, maybe David wouldn't have the envy. I was debating between this one and the Gordon Ramsay one, but I feel like so many people made fun of him, and he did a redemption.
he's gonna try to
He
make a
shouldn't
butt
grill
one?
his ass anymore. Speaking of which, this is ready to be
Oh,
grilled.
dude, look
First,
at
we'll
him. He
spread
did
on
it.
some I Give a Second Chance to QP mayo. This looks not family friendly. 2 slices of Monster cheese. Put it on a pan with some butter till golden brown. The cheese didn't
Munster
melt,
or
so we're gonna
Monster?
have to have a little
Monster.
assistance from the blowtorch. The best side, we can't really toast it in the pan, so we're gonna give it the same treatment.
That's not gonna taste good.
No, it's gonna taste
This
charred.
is such a creative recipe. How did Tyler just pull it out of his ass like that? Taste questionable, but this is definitely the best cake we've made on this channel. We're on our way to get some
Big booty
meatball
bread.
sub. A deli in the West
Wait,
Village.
wait,
I live
is that
on the
him?
No,
Lower East
that's not
Side,
him.
so I keep forgetting how nice and fancy other parts of the city are. Like everybody just enjoying their day hanging outside. They're really popular in this neighborhood. But here's the
Oh, we
catch.
have one right around
This
the corner.
sub is $12, but if you want these 2 slices of cheese, it's $2 extra. Who gets a meatball?
They're all waiting online and they forget who owns it.
Who owns it?
Where's the mute?
Oh, you're muted. Oh yes, your mortal enemy.
Yes.
Oh.
But, you know, he was involved in that Me Too situation with
Ooh.
he escaped though.
Yeah.
But he had to like go to another country.
Sauce up with no cheese, you know what I mean? The craziest part is an extra napkin costs $1. I always tip if I'm given the option to, but it's so difficult after seeing the napkin charge. The marinara sauce smells like instant ramen seasoning, like the Indomie one. Flavors are good, but the balls are cold. The bread's so stale, it tastes like it's spent the night in my grandma's basement. I'm not gonna rate it because I feel like they're having an off day, so it's not fair. But these meat and vegetables have been sitting out for 30 minutes. Now I'm concerned for my health. Next comes the chili.
I have issues like when they do deliveries.
Yeah.
And like
And
if they leave it on the sidewalk, I'm like, nah, sorry, take it back.
Gross.
And they're like, oh, what? And I know you do it all the time, but not here.
Yeah.
It's gotta. I mean, it's bad enough. Like I don't know what you're doing from like the store into the truck.
Right.
But from the truck to my place, it's nah.
It's got to go straight
It's
in.
got to go straight in, and you got to get rid of all the cardboard.
Skeeves me out.
Skeeves me out, bro.
In Williamsburg, it's a little hippie-ish.
Hey, yeah, that's cool, man. Food's on the sidewalk.
I saw this group of girls sitting on the bare sidewalk having like a sidewalk picnic. It was the most disgusting thing I had ever seen.
And their
in my
coochies
life.
like touching the ground.
Coochies touching the ground bare, like they took their shoes off bare feet. And I'm like, and this was in front of a deli across the street from my shop.
Yeah.
Drinking whatever kombucha, I think is what they drink.
But those dirty girls, man, great sex. The dirty girls always have the great sex. You touching everything? That was a winning. That was. Okay, thank you. I'll be
down the
on
best
my way.
American sandwich. We're using a recipe from Joshua.
Yes,
starting
yes!
with the hoagie bread, which is what classically served on. Generally harder than a sub.
Philly cheesesteak is the best
Papa's
sandwich.
recipe is really European.
Good.
It's more similar to a baguette. You'll see what I mean. So half the recipe is 1.5 grams of yeast and 294 grams of water. The water should be around body temperature when you have a fever. 475 grams of bread flour. I don't have that, so I'm using all-purpose. When it's named all-purpose, I gotta use it for all purposes. It's like Head and Shoulders. It's even got the same color theme going on. 10 grams of salt and 6 grams of sugar. 25 grams of extra virgin olive oil. I didn't realize mine is garlic flavored, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. We'll dump the dry ingredients in, whisk in the olive oil, and then dump in all the yeast water. You gotta get all up in there in that dough. It's gonna take us a long time to knead. I'm not gonna use a stand mixer because I don't believe in unnecessary kitchen tools. Cover and rest for 15. Now it should be a little more.
That was a mixer. That was the mixer sound.
That needed to be kneaded way more.
Is he gonna need it a second time?
Take it out and slap it onto the work surface and fold it over. They call it the slap and fold. It's supposed to help with gluten development.
Yes.
You see how smooth it is?
So he's working
It's
it.
pretty magical. We'll cover it back up for another 15.
Okay. All right, great. Good.
Finally, we'll cover it with a bowl
and he's
for
doing it
about
again.
an hour.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, 3
here's where
times.
I'm going to deviate from the recipe. I'm told to divide it into 400-gram pieces, put it in an oiled up container, and ferment it for 3 days. I don't really have time for that, so I'm just going to let one ball ferment for 3 days, and the other one in room temperature for 3 hours. After 3 hours, it should be really easy to work with now. We'll push it down a little bit and fold it from one end to the other, and do it again. This is how we turn the dough into a sandwich shape. We'll pinch down the ends and then sharpen the edges a little bit. Doesn't really look like hoagie bread at all. It's literally a baguette. We're supposed to roll it in like sesame. I'm just gonna sprinkle on top. Cover the dough again and let it rest for 2 hours. This is taking a whole day. I'm gonna put this somewhere else. Finally comes the time to bake. We're sprinkling the peeler with rice flour because apparently it's the best one for non-sticking. We'll roll the dough on there as gently as possible. And at this point, I forgot to mention your oven should be preheating at 450 or as high as possible for about an hour.
Okay, good. He has a stone.
Water, people.
Yeah, water. It's injecting moisture. So this is a very crucial step because whenever you put bread into an oven, it's extremely dry and it's going to cause the outside of that dough to dry out, stiffen up, and not proof properly. So by injecting moisture or steam at the very last minute, it allows
You're allowing the skin to
stretch and be its bad self. Yeah.
Stretch that booty.
Hey, Frenchy,
What?
You're on a roll today.
I've had good sex today.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
Only for 3 times every 2 to 3 minutes in the beginning.
Did you see Bonnie start bitching and says, Do you want the good stuff? And she shut up right away.
Also, I totally forgot to score it before it cooks.
Oh, that's gonna be a hard edge.
Yeah.
Look at that, there it is. Hard edge.
Not bad though.
We cut
A
it
little
in.
too much rice flour, I think.
That's a lot of.
Just
Why
shake
is
it
it
off
green?
and let it
Or
cool
is
on
that
the
the light?
side while we prepare the
That's the-
cheesesteak part.
That's a light.
What is this, you ask? It's my deli slicer. I was super into wholesale cured meat back in 2022, so I got this on Amazon. The machine's pretty small, so I had to cut this New York strip in half. We're aiming for about 1/8 of an inch.
Oh, people, freeze
This
it.
slicer actually
Yeah,
appeared in
freeze
one
it.
of my first videos ever on this channel. I'm glad you guys never saw it.
Nice. Hot pan. Onion. Okay.
I would have cooked the meat
We don't have a
first.
brittle, so we're
So
using
you have all the
biggest
drippings going
stainless steel
into
pan
the
and letting the
onions.
meat sit on there for a really long time to develop color. Once the onions are mixed in, you can turn off the heat now. We don't want to overcook the meat. This is the last little bit of the Swiss never-ending raclette, but don't worry, we're gonna get more very soon. On top of that, we're gonna put in 2 slices of Monster for the cheese pull,
Ooh.
again with the help of the blowtorch.
Monster. The monster.
Monster cheese is an amazing
Yes.
melty cheese.
Ooh.
This is freshly
Nice.
baked bread. I feel like we shouldn't toast it. The inside's
Nice.
actually really well cooked. Could be a little more
No.
bubbles. This is my first time making fresh bread. Are you guys proud of me? Okay, let's get
Little
this thing
mayo.
on there.
For a cheesesteak? Yeah, no. It's so that's gonna be the way he's cooking. That's already greasy. I'd
Right.
be like,
It depends on the cheese you use. He has plenty of cheese there. Munster is a creamy cheese.
I love in my cheesesteak. I love provolone,
Mm,
Munster, and I would add the Swiss too for the stretch.
Yep. I agree. Basically, if you have a drier cheesesteak, then put in then you can go with a little mayo. But generally, no, I'm not into the. Although I do have a sandwich on the menu that is cheesesteak-esque, and we do put a touch of mayo because we put raw onion, and we put it on the top slice of the bread. It helps the raw onion stick to
I'm
the
so
bread.
excited for this
Okey-dokey.
part.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I would be too.
Just lay it flat on both, and then just fold it over. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Commit.
Sorry
I
for the
love this
humming. It's actually the
unedited-
theme from Rick and Morty. Look at this. I can't believe I actually did it. I was fully expecting a failure.
Fuck.
Okay, let's
Listen,
give it a taste.
it's not the best
and rate it 1 to
cheesesteak, but
10.
I would eat it.
What is better than freshly baked bread? Freshly baked bread loaded with steak and cheese. I've been told that the best cheesecake only has the cheese whiz
Nothing
stuff
is
on
better
top
than
of the
fresh
beef,
bread.
but the feet smell of the raclette takes it to another level. Not because I'm into it or anything. This is so extremely rich in texture and flavor. Doesn't get better than this. I'm gonna put a little bit of mustard on it though. I feel like it needs some type of acidity. Or
Ooh.
pickles. If you're from
See, that's you.
Philly,
You
let me
like
know in
the
the
mustard.
comments if you lost respect for me.
The steak is cut way too thick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that,
Shave. It needs to be
yeah,
shaved.
Maybe you
needs to
already
be
did
shaved.
a long time ago, but it's so hard to care when your mouth full of cheese. This is the best I've ever performed with this much meat in my life, so I'm gonna give it a 9.98. You guys know about my obsession with the southern culture, so our next recipe is gonna be a po' boy. It's pretty much just a lettuce tomato wrap with fried oysters, but you can do a shrimp too. I kinda exhausted myself with all the effort I put into the chili feast gauge, so this one I'm gonna make it as easy for myself as possible. I'm gonna just air fry these breaded shrimp while cutting tomato slices. I forgot to buy
Yeah,
bread
but what about the
for this,
tails?
so I'm gonna just scoop out the inside of the Philly cheesesteak and use it as
What?
the po' boy bread. Po' boy bread. Spicy
He filmed this the same day.
Wait, so he's using the same bread?
Using the same-
mayo on both sides. We already got some on there.
I
so
mean,
we're
is
just
that all
gonna
he's got
layer in
left?
the
That means he
lettuce
ate a
and
lot of
tomatoes.
it.
I just realized these shrimps have tails on them, so we're gonna remove it. Try not to remove the whole body from the crust. And just stuff everything in there, close it, and it's done. So steamy. Let's give it a taste.
So steamy.
If I didn't just have
Dude,
one
he's
of the
gotta feel
best
like
sandwiches
shit
of all
after
time, I'll be pretty impressed right now. But what makes this sandwich really great is the bread. So I guess it got carried over from the last dish. But considering how easy it was, I'm gonna give it a 7.5. What is more New York than pastrami on rye? I've been here for 2 years.
I gotta say,
Mm.
when it comes to the Reuben sandwich, I like corned beef.
I like either or.
Yeah, but pastrami is like way too strong sometimes.
It can be. It can. But that's why I think it works so well in a Reuben because of the sauerkraut and the Thousand Island dressing and everything. What's your opinion on cats?
I'm very good friends with the owner, so it's wonderful.
Oh, okay.
It's an amazing. It's a New York institution.
It is 100%. And
why? What do you have to say about cats?
I think cats is fucking awesome.
Exactly. That's what I thought. You fuck. Yeah. I feel like Joe Pesci. You motherfucker. You fuck. You motherfucker.
Although another Jewish delicatessen that I really love is called Famous 4th Street in Philly. And theirs is not cooked as tender, in my opinion, but they shave it much thinner. It's like shaved beef. So it's a completely different experience.
Well, then it needs to be tougher to be able to shave it.
Exactly. But because it's cut so thin, it still eats really nice. And when I say it's a little tougher is not the word. It's not fall apart.
Yeah, but if you're cutting it against the grain and it's thin enough, then you're good to. Yeah, but cooked all the way through. You should be able to eat it on its own, like a slab. So that's
never visited Cats. I live pretty close, actually. They got famous through this scene.
Yes.
No, they were famous way before this scene. Trust me.
The line always goes around the block. There's never a time where you can just walk in. I found this footage online. This is what they specialize in, hot pastrami. Usually people just ask them on a piece of bread and eat it.
See, that pastrami is not as smoked. It's like that pastrami I like.
Mm-hmm.
But you go any place else, a deli pastrami, when it's dark purple.
Well, a lot of those places also aren't making it themselves.
But that's what most places have.
Right.
You know?
And you know what's funny is
if you go any place else in the country, they have that fake pastrami.
Yeah, a lot of people come into my shop asking for pastrami, and every single time I tell them no, and they say, why not? And I say, because if I'm not making it myself, granted, I don't make my own turkey and roast beef, but pastrami, I feel like it's
got to be made yourself to be done.
It's got to
well.
be made yourself.
Because what they do to pastrami for it to be shelf stable
like that. This video I took on my phone. Look how many people there are.
So it's $40 for a sandwich, right?
Yep.
But if you want to get the generous portion, you got to waive a 20.
Yeah.
So it's costing you $60 to get like a big.
Before you start saying that's a complete ripoff, everyone, I want you to understand that beef brisket, which pastrami and corned beef is made of, before you do anything to it, when you buy it raw, it's already over $10 a pound.
Way more.
Raw?
Yeah.
No, it's like $10 a pound.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry. If I go to Restaurant Depot and pick it up myself, it's $10 a pound. If you have someone deliver it to you, it's like $13 to $14 a pound.
But if you're going to the supermarket, it's going to be more expensive.
Well, I'm not going by supermarket prices.
Okay, but
wholesale. Okay, let's say $15 a pound. Before you trim anything, before you prep it, then you have to marinate it. You have to let it sit in a fridge. That's electricity. That's time.
Refrigeration,
that's space.
labor.
Right. And then after the marination period, you have to smoke it. And it's a long smoke process. So again, time, labor, everything. Guys, they are charging.
And you're getting over a pound.
You're getting over a pound.
So you're getting just meat. You're almost getting like $20.
Yeah, just meat. And $20, I think, is being way too generous. I think by that point,
because it's shrunken.
Yeah,
it's Yep.
Yeah,
you've lost the yield. It yields.
So before you start saying you're getting ripped off, guys, like that's how the math works. They are charging you exactly what they need to charge you to make money. Now, I am confident that Cats buys so much beef that they probably get a preferable price so that they can make a
but they have to
margin.
front it.
Yeah.
You have to front it. That's like you know, he probably reserves, like he probably buys thousands, if not tens of thousands of briskets ahead of time.
Oh yeah.
To guarantee his business.
Just to give you guys some.
So he's out of pocket way more than any customers coming in.
Right. Just to give you guys some perspective, Mission Sandwich goes through about 60 to 70 pounds of beef a week, of our bulgogi. That doesn't count the roast beef. 60 pounds. That's like 6 briskets. This guy is going through, I don't know how many maybe 1,000, no, maybe not 1,000 briskets a week, but you know, at least.
Yeah.
You think so? 1,000 briskets?
Brisket?
Yeah.
It's reduced. It's like that? Yeah.
A week, 1,000? Yeah.
Easily.
Okay. Yeah.
Easy.
That's a lot of fucking money to front. Just FYI. That's a lot.
Easy.
My first time having the Reuben sandwich here. Like my last birthday, the sandwich is loaded with meat. The Reuben is a thick layer of pastrami with sauerkraut, cheese, and
I love
Big
Reuben.
Mac sauce. And this one is a smoked beef tongue sandwich my roommate got because he's insane. So the difference between
That's what
this
I'd be
and the
ordering.
Texas barbecue we had a few weeks ago is that this is cured, marinated, smoked, and then steamed. And the black outer layer is peppercorn, whereas the Texas one is bark. Woof, woof. This is what it looks like after I took a bite. And this is what my roommate did to it. Looks like he had sex with it. These greener pickles are so bad. I don't understand the appeal. Let's get the tongue sandwich.
Oh, I like the green ones.
Really?
I do.
Oh my.
Like the fresh dill.
So when I go, I actually don't give the tip for the extra meat because I don't want the extra.
I know.
It's already such a big.
God, that is a lot of tongue. Kind of like my first kiss. Overall, a great first visit. The wait is shorter than expected, and the Reuben is a solid 9 out of 10.
Hell yeah.
It's not the
Our last recipe
it
is
is
a
shorter because the line's always there, but it goes fast.
It moves fast.
It's like
It moves fast.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
It's like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. Monte Cristo.
Ooh, that was when I was a kid. That was when I discovered Monte Cristos at the diner. I was like, oh, I like this.
A layered sandwich called the Monte Cristo. I think this is what the French toast is supposed to be. And we're using a recipe from Snoop Dogg's cookbook. It's 3 pieces of bread, 2 with mustard, and 1 with mayo. This way we can spread it evenly without dirtying any additional utensil. The mustard one is going to be on the side and the mayo is going to be in the middle. On each piece, 2 slices of ham and a slice of cheese.
Damn,
I'm using Monster again. Why do they have to make the ham pieces so big? I don't know how to put it in a proportional way. Like, you see these cheeses fit perfectly. In the process of layering everything up, I noticed the problem. If there are 3 pieces of bread and all 3 of them have toppings on it, then we need a 4th piece of bread to close it up. But the recipe didn't specify which topping faces who. So the only way this could work is having the top or bottom layer really thick. Not the type of thick with 2 C's we made before, but it's pretty impressive.
It's too thick. It's too thick. Unless you smash it.
Yeah, how's he gonna get the center hot?
Let's see if the Monte Cristo can handle the pressure from my meat press. I just forgot the most important part of the sandwich. Like I mentioned before, this is like a French toast. That's because after stuffing all the ham and cheese in it, we're supposed to dip it in the egg, milk, and sugar mixture, and then pan fry the whole sandwich in butter like what you do to French toast.
It wasn't cooked all the way. I mean, it wasn't whisked all the way.
Exposure? If you're like a camera person, could you please tell me? The footage is blinding me over here.
Yeah, you have to turn down the ISO.
Hey! Hey!
Doesn't look bad.
Wow.
Fuck.
First time in this video I didn't burn this bread. I didn't need to be careful.
Do you think he needs to put that in the oven though? I think he needs to put that in the oven.
Yeah, that middle, it's like...
Yeah, it's gonna...
Either, because
thick,
we're about to cover the entire top with powdered sugar.
I can feel my face when I'm with you.
Okay, it looks like unfortunately the bread in the center, along with the rest of the ingredients around it, did not get cooked at all. I think what I should have done is sear it on all sides till the color's right, put a press on there and throw it into the oven. But the sides are looking...
You know what I would do? And this is a very...
Just make your French toast.
Yeah.
Separate.
I was just about
and
to
then
say.
assemble it, and
Yeah.
the heat from that's gonna start melting
Literally
it already.
what I was just about to say.
And then you're good to go.
So when I make grilled cheese for my daughter, I actually toast the inside too. So I'll toast the bread with butter on both sides and then assemble it.
You can literally also heat up the ham in the pan, and then all of that heat's gonna melt
but the
your
powdered
cheese. You're
sugar
good to
and the
go.
ham sticking out is making me a little concerned. So let's get to the tasting fast. Is this what Snoop Dogg intended it for? You can eat a ham and cheese and sniff white powder. If you ever eat this sandwich, don't breathe heavily
I guarantee
while
you
chomping
Snoop's
it down. But
sandwich
overall,
doesn't
I'm
look like
personally
that. Here, can we look up Snoop Dogg's Monte Cristo
Yeah.
and what it looks like?
Okay.
I guarantee you that we have a better. Type faster.
No, they don't. I don't think there's a Snoop Dogg Monte. Snoop Dogg Monte.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Fan
let's
of the sweet
finish
and savory thing we got going on here. It's a unique way of eating ham and cheese if you're getting bored of them. It doesn't taste really good here. I'm gonna give it a 5, but I feel like if I cook it right, it can easily get up to an 8.5. Anyways, hope you liked some of these. Sandwiches are really a testament to everybody's creativity. Speaking of which, remember when I asked you guys what you thought of the idea of me
Just
testing out YouTubers' cookbooks? Well, it's definitely happening. I'm excited. We're gonna learn a lot. So,
all right, sick. How'd you like that, buddy?
Liked it.
And how did you like that? Let us know in the comments below. And with that said, hope you guys...
and burgers are the perfect food.
They are. Before we close out this episode, I want to say thank you to all of my amazing patrons. Thank you so much for your support. And for the rest of you, please consider becoming a patron by clicking the link in the description below. By becoming a patron, you get to take advantage of some awesome perks like early access to new episodes and patron exclusive content. Hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as we did making it. And remember, go to the link down below, get a mission t-shirt, get a Le Ravage t-shirt.
Gochujang?
Gochujang, all orange.
Gochujang?
All orange.
Gochujang.
Gochujang.
All orange.
All right.
We got it in 3 times. I just wanted to do that.
I know. All right. Bye, everyone. Say bye to the Y cam.
Bye.
Bye.